It's a long ways down and I don't like untying myself. It sucks. Imagine this. You're anchored in the middle of nowhere, and one of the 3 wires holding up your mast is failing.
Are you sure you don't have this backwards?
She dropped the pin overboard.
Well, shit.
Let's back up. Last week we found this. Broken metal strands in one of our shrouds. As more strands break, the decrease in strength is exponential. To be clear, this is one of 3 wires holding up our mast. And to be even clearer, there's no rigger, there's no shop, there's no mechanic, there's no crane, there's no boatyard, there's no haul-out facility. It's just us.
Alors, merci beaucoup, ça va bien. Et pouvez-vous donner un quote, or c'est quoi en français?
So, we ordered new shrouds from the closest port, and they're arriving this week. There we go, we got them. Our hope is that we measured correctly. Our bigger hope is that we can replace them without the mast coming down. If not, I'm gonna go careening that way and end up in the drink somewhere over there, probably with a concussion underwater with my whole harness on. What did you say?
I said, don't be so dramatic.
Easy to say when you're standing down there. So that's kind of the game plan. Wish us luck. We'll need it. You know, we've been sailing for a long time, 9+ years. And it's not often that you see these circular kind of crazy weather phenomena. Here's the wind, rain on that side, and clear on that side. You started to feel the colder wind. But wow, that's a lot of moisture coming our way. Look at, woo. What is that? Wow. Rain's here. So this boundary is to our port, and this is that massive thing. We've been sailing around French Polynesia, and the seasons are definitely changing. More rain, more squalls, and a lot more unpredictability. Every week or so, a system rolls through, hammering us with heavy rain and relentless squalls for days. Then, just as quickly, it's gone. Back to normal. Back to paradise.
It is not every day in the tropics that you get to put one of these on, but today is the day. We've had these since South Africa, and we love them. These are our Zeke gear. They kindly sent them to us, and I have to say, this is the best foul weather gear I've ever had. I still don't want to go out there, though. It's awful. I can't see anything. Super humid here right now. Nothing's drying. We've basically had a week of rain, and before that we were sailing for like 5 days, so it's been like probably over 2 weeks since I've done laundry, and there's no hope in sight.
We have word that our shrouds have arrived, so that's what I'm gonna go get right now. Once we have those shrouds, we just gotta wait for a calm day, and then we can trade them out for the new ones. But while I'm doing that, I'm gonna get some propane decanted. There we go, we got them. $10 to have the shrouds picked up at the airport and held here at Bakarawa Yacht Services. They also do bike rentals. They're just like one of those places. They were here 8 years ago when we first went through here, and they're still here. They just help out cruisers for a fee, and it makes life a lot easier. So these are the new shrouds. I haven't looked at them. I hope they're the right length. Hope it's the right pin sizes. Beautiful little places here. Like, have a look. So nicely manicured. It's a little different. They don't have as much grass, so they just put sand in the front yard sometimes. More established places have grass. This is normal weather here now in the Tuamotus. It's basically spring here, and it gets rainy. The locals like it. It fills their water tanks because they don't have city water. It's rainy, the wind switches a lot. Every few days you get a system rolling through, and you got to find shelter again from a different direction wind angle. I don't know. We'll be here in this anchorage for half a day because it's going to switch and blow from the south down there, which is, it's not wide open. There's actually an atoll around the whole thing, but they're so big that you get a good amount of bounce and fetch across these atolls. By the way, love my new rubber Birkenstocks. Absolutely love them out here. You can get them wet, they dry quickly, and they're awesome.
What is that? Is that a shark? It's not moving. You should jump in and check that thing. Maybe check the balmy too. It's not moving. Sharks move. Oh, now it's swimming towards them and going down. What is it?
It's a big ass barracuda.
Holy smokes! It's been a while since we've seen one of those.
Lately, I've been enjoying freediving without fins. Not sure why. Maybe it's just the simplicity of it. Back to basics, I suppose.
We are hooked all over the place.
Oh, really?
So it's gonna take a while. Oh,
Well, we've gone in circles here.
yeah. I untangled it a little bit, but
Well, I can see the chain going left after. So
it was like wrapped around a bommy, and then the buoy, our floater, was like made a full circle around the bommy because it was hooked around the chain.
You want me to let them off?
Can you let some chain out?
Anchoring in these atolls is always a bit of a mission. The challenge is coral heads, or as we call them, bommies. First, we don't want to damage them, and second, if our chain wraps around one, it turns into a complete nightmare to untangle. To avoid all of this, we try to drop the anchor in a sandy spot, but that's easier said than done, because when the anchor flutters down, it doesn't always land where we want it.
Yeah, I just need you to motor forward just a little bit. I'll set the anchor.
So these days, we found the most reliable method is to simply free dive the anchor right after dropping it. One of us swims down, moves it to the best sandy spot, and checks that it holds. It's quick, surprisingly easy, and thanks to the water's buoyancy, the anchor weighs a fraction of what it does on land. Now, there's no guarantee the anchor's gonna hold even after you do all of this. In this case, there isn't enough sand. It's not uncommon to have to do it a few times.
It's just not setting, like there's not much sand to set it, skipping across. I gotta take one more stab at it. What a beautiful low spot. It's just so gorgeous. Wow. That was the biggest barracuda I think I've ever seen. Like, that was a meaty thing. Probably full of chiguatera, knowing French Polynesia. It's okay for you?
This is beautiful.
Is this acceptable?
We're a little close to that rock back there, but let's see what happens if we back down. Some places you really gotta work for. 3 times we re-anchored here. Never be afraid to re-anchor. It's like, if you don't hold, it doesn't matter how much chain you have up, you gotta pull it up, how many balls are on your chain, you gotta do it. But
yeah, I've been thinking about it, especially after seeing all the wrecks around here, and it's like, it's not that hard sailing safely and cruising safely, but you'd have to do a few key things the right way every single time. And one of them's anchoring, one of them is looking at your weather windows. That's probably about it. Like, those are probably the 2 things. Don't end up on a reef and don't get smacked by weather out there. If you do those 2 things consistently right, you'll be fine.
things can go wrong.
Absolutely. Stuff still goes wrong.
It always goes wrong. But you got to do your best to make sure it doesn't go wrong. And checking your anchor is one of them, especially when you've put yourself in a tight spot, so to speak. But these tight spots are so worth it, guys. Every time we anchor in one of these, we feel so blessed to be in these anchorages that look like this, where the water is crystal clear, there's lots of fish, and you can see the sharks coming. We just saw the biggest barracuda I've ever seen in my entire life. He can still come and lurk, but I got my eyes on him.
All right, let's talk costs. Both of these shrouds set us back 240,000 French Polynesian francs, or about $1,000 US each. That might seem like a lot, but 4 years ago in Thailand, we replaced everything. All the shrouds, toggles, pins, cables, plus labor for dismantling furlers and seized turnbuckles. We even had a crane to take the mast down and also did the Seagull striker.
Tef gel is what we use on every single fitting on our boat. That way you avoid what's going on at that end of the mast. Willa's first time in our cockpit. You're gonna spend a lot of time down here while the boat's rocking and moving and rolling.
The total? 300,000 Thai baht, or about $8,000 US. So while $8,000 felt like a huge number back then, out here in French Polynesia, a quarter of that cost at $2,000 doesn't get you very far. Now, should these have failed? Absolutely not. Insurance requires you to replace your standing rigging typically every 10 years. But that's a precaution. That is not usually the actual lifespan of standing rigging.
That's better. Now the way we're gonna do this is I'm gonna go up the mast and I'm gonna carry up this new shroud with me. I'm gonna pull that up once I'm out at the top. We'll pop the pin on the current shroud at the top, lower the old shroud down, pop the pin back in on the new shroud, and then Ashley will pop the pin out right down here of the old shroud and pop the new pin in. That's the theory. We'll see how it goes.
Backdrop is stunning, hey?
Yeah, not a bad place to do boat work, eh?
If the rig falls down, we probably could just fish it out.
So this is my new harness. It's way overkill, but it's comfortable, safe. You can't go inverted and you won't fall out.
It's good knowing you, Ben.
Check that life insurance policy, lady.
I did. The kids are listening to audiobooks, which is great. It's a good thing, a good difference from TV. But normally, he'd be out here yelling, "Plane!" Is it a prop plane or a jet plane? So, turns out he can hear it with his earphones on.
Hi, ready? Yeah, this thing's pretty sweet. It's got a seat right here. And I've attached this safety line to it, so this I can help pull up. And I wear shoes.
I think I could barely call those shoes.
There's always a lot of like dirt up on the mast, like often like fiberglass and stuff, so it's nice to have shoes on.
It's not as bad since we got these new battens, is it?
No.
Yeah. The Birkenstock size is the biggest they get, and on a whim I bought him them. And he says they fit like a glove, so he's kind of like, he's taken to wearing them everywhere.
I am not afraid of heights, but I am not a mountain climber. So that's kind of where I'm at. I've tied 3 safeties on as I'm gonna take this main halyard off, the line that hoists me up the mast, the line that hoists the mainsail up the mast, and tie a new block onto it.
And then he's gonna go down and start working on the shrouds. So I just have to keep my ears open for him to yell down, up, because I can't see him underneath our hardtop. Enjoy your hangout, Ben.
This is the new block right here. It's a much heavier block than what I have. The problem is it's a double purchase halyard. So when you get up here, you have to tie yourself off because you have to release yourself from the halyard that pulled you up the mast.
I don't go up the mast often, partly because it's hot, partly because it's risky, partly because if there's no reason to be up here, why bother? But when I do, I make it count. I tackle everything that needs attention in one go. First up today, cutting off some of the UV damaged halyard, the very one I'm dangling from.
I think the last time I did this was in Thailand, which was a very, very long time ago. And that was when the mast was last down.
I don't want to be too dramatic, and I know a lot of you are experienced rock climbers and probably have a way better way to do this, so let me know in the comments below. But that knot right there, that's what my life depends on. It's the bitter end, and if it lets go, I'm in a world of trouble. I do have a safety, but getting down will be easy.
Hey, Ash? Ashley, can you take up tension on the main halyard again? Just a little bit. Yeah, just put it on slow speed and just do like half a foot. A little bit more.
So I'm sweating at the top of the mast, sweating because it's hot, sweating because I'm a little bit nervous.
All right, feels good to be tied on again. It's a long ways down and I don't like untying myself. It sucks. We're just anchored behind the landmass here, and we're kind of tucked in between that reef right there. There's another reef up there. All right, I've lowered myself down to the shroud. This is a shroud where it attaches to the mast. This cotter pin has to come out, then the pin has to come out, and then we're going to lower this whole shroud down. The mast is currently tied on with this piece of Dyneema back here, this piece of Dyneema right here, and this red piece of Dyneema right here. That will hopefully hold up the mast. If not, I'm gonna go careening that way and end up in the drink somewhere over there, probably with a concussion underwater, and Ashley will have to come and fetch me, as I will probably be pinned underwater with my whole harness on. So that's kind of the game plan. Wish us luck. We'll need it. What did you say?
I said, don't be so dramatic.
Easy to say when you're standing down there. I'm just forecasting my death if it were to happen, which it won't happen, but that's how it's gonna end. In life, you often don't know how you're gonna end, but in this scenario, that's how I would end. It's kind of funny to think about it that way. Not funny, just nervous funny, you know? As many of you long-term viewers know, Dream has been aboard with us for a very long time. We drink it whenever we need to catch up on sleep, whether that's after long passages or stressful days with boat breakdowns, or even just the challenges of running a YouTube channel while sailing around the world. Life out here can get a bit intense, and that's where we rely on Dream to help us catch up on sleep. So I really like this sea salt caramel flavor. Ashley's favorite is the cinnamon cocoa flavor. We also have the chocolate peanut butter flavor, but by far these two are the most empty out of them all. So what is Dream? Dream is a guilt-free, indulgent hot chocolate made with natural sleep supportive ingredients. It helps you sleep faster, stay asleep longer, and you wake up feeling refreshed. You're kind of like more relaxed, you're more ready for the next day. It's only 15 calories, it's vegan friendly, gluten-free, dairy-free. Click the link down below or scan the QR code. Seriously guys, prioritize your sleep for a productive and healthy year with up to 35% off Dream by Beam. Just use the code Nahoa at checkout. Bodhi, I don't want you up here because your stuff might fall down. Can you go inside, Bodhi? Thank you. We sailed a long time to some of the most remote places on Earth, and out here we've learned that sometimes it's better to live with half-broken gear, because fixing something can just as easily make it worse. Over-tighten something, break off a bolt, gouge a gasket, and all of a sudden a slow oil leak turns into a fast one. But this is one of those situations where we either fix it or risk losing the entire rig, and that would be catastrophic. I'm about to pull the pin that's holding up our mast. This is the point of no return.
All right, it's time to take off the shroud, and my job is to undo the pin. So I got to do this from a whole height of like 6 inches, so I should be okay. Fingers crossed. We're good.
You see that red line down there? Yeah, let's untie that.
Why?
Because I'm going to use that to lower this one down. Okay, so the way it's going to work is you're going to undo the pin at the bottom. Okay. And then I'm going to undo the pin at the top, and then you'll walk it out on deck as I lower it. Okay?
I'm a little stressed.
Yeah, you should be.
It feels like there's still tension on this.
There might be.
Not a great feeling right now. I'm 63 feet up in the air, and if this thing starts to timber, there's absolutely nothing either of us can do.
It doesn't make me feel much better, but there we are. A hammer I guess I need, hey?
Yeah, front of the boat.
You sure about this?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm worried it's got a bit of tension. What's it gonna do when it comes out of here?
Well, don't put your face right in front of it.
Well.
Stand to the side, stand up.
All right, let's see.
You could use a smaller screwdriver too on the ground there.
Well, it's like I need a third arm. Is it okay if I lose this pin overboard for a minute?
Well, then you have to go diving for it.
But how am I supposed to catch it? Now my screwdriver's stuck.
Oh man.
Okay, so I got it out. The pin, of course, went overboard, but there was no way to stop it unless I hung in a bag.
She dropped the pin overboard.
I saw this Instagram of these old guys with an umbrella upside down, but we don't even have an umbrella on board, so.
I'm gonna pull the pin up here. You ready?
No?
Okay, pin's out.
And next I'm gonna lower this on deck, or Ben's gonna lower it down to me, and then we'll hold the new one up.
How are you feeling right now, Ash? Talk about your feelings.
Now that the mast has not fallen down, I feel good. I think we got this, Ben.
We'll see.
Not ready. All right, you guys can hang out there.
Okay, now tie this red rope onto the new shroud the way it was, and we'll pull it back up. There should be a pin and a cotter pin in that new toggle. All right, folks, it should look like that, but it looks like that. That's not good. All right, let's bring the new shroud up. Ready?
So I'm tying it onto the pin, which has everything in it, right?
Oh, it's getting heavy.
Where's the pin for down here?
The one that went overboard?
Oh, I have to use that one?
Yeah.
Why did we get a new one for the top and not the bottom?
I don't know.
Are you sure you don't have this backwards? Maybe that's the bottom?
No, actually.
Well, shit. Do I need to get my snorkel gear on now?
Yeah. I said don't drop the pin.
There was no way to stop that, Ben. I thought we had new stuff. Kind of deep here. What if I can't find it? You should have mentioned that, Ben. Sometimes my husband doesn't communicate very well, and apparently that pin I lost overboard, I thought we had new ones, because you would expect to get a new one when you get a new shroud. And there was new ones for the top toggles, but not the bottom. So he wasn't joking. I actually have to go swimming to get that pin, and I hope I can find it, because it's actually really challenging to find things here sometimes. So, yeah. Oh dear. Wish me luck.
Really hard finding.
Yeah, it's hard. It is hard finding things, Willa.
I don't know, Ashley. I don't know where your baby shampoo is, for sake. Baby shampoo. Spit in it. I need baby shampoo.
I don't know if I'll find this, by the way.
There's Ashley looking for the pin. Apparently that's my fault for not telling her. Maybe it is. Are you laughing, Willa? Did you find it?
Yeah.
What was all the kerfuffle about then?
I don't know.
It must feel refreshing to be in the water.
It is nice, let me tell you. It's a hot day.
Okay, we got the pin back in up here. And I think we're golden.
Half an inch away.
Half an inch away?
Yeah. Hey, don't pull on that yet. Just wait, I've got 3 things on the go.
Look at that fish.
Yeah. If we get this done, we'll go snorkeling. Mommy's gonna work on this right now, okay? Well, that's more challenging than I expected. And I just can't get anything.
Hey, Bodhi, Willa, what are you doing? 2 nuts and 1 cracker?
I got 1
One cracker left, okay.
I'll try one more thing and then I'll give up. No, there's no way.
Bring me down.
Well, Ben's gonna come and rescue me. It turns out I can't do it on my own. Is your butt numb?
Crotch is numb.
Oh.
So funny.
See, maybe with two people too, because I can hold it. And then you can pull this up.
We're so close.
I know.
Yeah, let's try again.
Well, let's undo this.
Well, I might still need it.
Yeah, but you can't use it now because you've twisted it.
Tone.
Tone.
So off.
So off. You really didn't tell me I need to use the same pin again.
I said don't drop it overboard.
You didn't say, oh, that's the pin we have to use. It's the only one. You're so funny.
There we go. Give me the pan, lady.
I'm not a bad lady. Come on.
Thanks, Bones. How you doing today, Bodhi?
I got some card hat. You can't see them.
No. Same way, same way.
I don't remember.
You knocked it out that direction.
Oh, yeah. But maybe we should do it the other way. I think. Oh, no, I could be wrong.
Okay, that's good enough for now.
That'll catch things. You tape.
Yeah, no, I'll hook that around, but we got the pin in. The mast is standing. High five.
High five. And I gotta go for a swim. Lucky me.
So this is your invention to not lose a pin?
That's my umbrella. The other one was like pointed straight overboard, and this one's a little turned. Is that weird?
Maybe. All right,
Anyway,
shroud number 2.
I'm thinking it just has to land inside the baby netting. Time for shroud number 2. We were pretty successful with the last one, I'd say.
I think we can be faster.
Let's do it. Let's time this thing. Let's see. We're gonna be professionals by the end of the week.
Our boat looks like a cable mess. Cables everywhere. Which one are you putting on, Ash? Don't get confused by the cables. Oh, you got the shiny one? Okay. That's a good start.
All right, the last one's going up. Well, there's only 2, so the next one, the last one.
Coming up.
Ready?
Yeah.
Hooked on a bath.
You caught the baby bass? Uh-oh. Okay, mine's in. You can put yours in.
Mine's in.
Your pin's in?
Yeah, like I said, it was easy this time. All right, I think I'll go for a swim now. Should I leave him hanging? Nah. No drama, which is what we always like. Whoa!
Can you tighten the turnbuckle? I have tape on the deck there that tells you which way to turn. One hand on the top toggle, and don't let it turn, and then just turn the turnbuckle.
Really?
No, wrong way.
Okay, that's about as good as I can do without a wrench.
That's it from the top of the world, folks. Beautiful day here in paradise. Couldn't ask for a better work location. By the way, probably a lot of people are thinking this is a bad idea, but I do have a safety line here as well to stop a fall if this block were to break. I know it's supposed to be a bad thing, but I just put a new block on and it's oversized. And then I have this thing over here, which is the ascender, which would stop me from falling if the block would break or the line would break. I think we'll donate those to the Whakarava locals. They'll probably have a good use for them. It is so good to be back here in Whakarava, South Bass. Legs dangling in the water, showing our kids all the fish, all the sharks, all the rays. 2 years later, we're back with 2 little monsters. Hey, that's attracts the sharks.
Anyway.
Nothing in life worth doing is easy. Difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body. Some things test your patience, some things test your nerve, and some things, like replacing a shroud while hanging from the top of the mast, test both. But that's part of the deal. If you want adventure, if you want freedom, and you want it at a bargain price, you have to be willing to do the hard stuff. We got it done, we'll do it again if we have to, because this right here, showing our kids one of the best dive spots in the world, that makes it all worth it.
Whoa! John, I feel like I'm being the one drowned all the time.
Beneath the surface, it's a world of life, wonder, and mystery, like something out of a fairy tale. It's relentless and harsh, but the ocean is part of who we are, and raising our children in it feels precisely perfect.
We are moving so fast right now, it's crazy. It's like a escalator.
What a life they live, hey? Crazy.
Can I get a cheese?
So much she leaves me hanging up here. Come on, Ash.
Boys are from Earth, girls are from Venus.
Oh my goodness. Willa right now is having a moment because she doesn't like having sand in her feet. We live on a boat and we drive our dinghy to the beach and my child doesn't like sand on her feet. It's a good one. It's a good one. So it's a nice challenge for the day, don't you think, Dad?